Y'all let me know if y'all got questions. Yeah, you should be able to hear me good. We're about to get into it. What's going on with Uma? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I feel like, you know what I mean? The energy's spiraling. Everybody ready for Power to come home. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Other than that, I don't know what happened. Sometimes people wake up and jam out. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't know. What y'all got for me? I can see from here. I can really see from the bad world if you playing. What y'all want to know? Let's get into it. Is a division going on? Well, look, the Great Divide already happened a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been talking for a while, and even coming on now, I ain't finna be screaming. You know what I mean? We gotta take it step by step. Their worst fear is me using my voice, y'all. Because when I speak, not only are things coming to fruition, all right, it's clear as day that people aren't able to break these things down the way that I'm able to break these things down. People aren't able to show you, oh, it's coming from that direction. You know what I mean? And they don't like that I'm able to do that. Or that when I say, hey, here are your numbers. Here's how this is going to play out. They don't like that it actually plays out that way. You understand what I'm explaining to you? It's not hard for people to look at it now and see everything I've been saying is happening. The music industry collapsed. They're continuing to collapse like I told them it was going to happen. Every time they turn it around, they lose another. It's been a few of them that done dropped this year. The music industry don't have the power. I told people, I gave the whole prophecy. I said, look, Drake is going to fall. I said, the people are going to turn on Drake. It's going to happen. And it happened. You understand what's playing to y'all? This is before. And look, you want to know what's interesting? Farrakhan can acknowledge Kendrick Lamar. Ain't that crazy? He can acknowledge Kendrick Lamar. That got to him. You know what I mean? But the brother asking what's going on, you know, what's been happening, we the youth, we trying to get answers. Not only does that not get to him somehow, the whole army of the NOI people from the ancient days coming and telling me to be careful for asking these questions. But you can't tell me Farrakhan don't think that rap is important when he can shout out Kendrick Lamar. When you're going to tell me the most revolutionary thing that Kendrick Lamar has ever done is this Drake? You understand? Are we forgetting that he's still a part of that? A whole other conversation, I guess. But Kendrick Lamar can get an acknowledgement. Do y'all see how this goes? It's almost like this shit is intentional. We shout out Kendrick Lamar. He get noted as one of the people that's opening the door for everybody to do this and that and the third. No, that's not who did it. Everybody's watching who's doing it, and they scared, right? Because he's not signed with nobody. He has one truth. He's sticking to that one truth, which is the truth, right? And it doesn't bend. They're expecting it to bend. I'm telling you how this goes. But I never played the industry game. You feel me? And Farrakhan himself said, yo, it's going to be a rapper. A rapper's going to do it. It's going to be an enlightened rapper that's going to change this. An enlightened rapper is going to change what? He never can acknowledge the actual one. You're going to tell me Kendrick Lamar is the enlightened rapper, the one who said, I'm not your leader. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas it's time to go to war with Drake. Were you the one who really did that? You feel me? But this will tell you it's a numbers game for a lot of people. It's a fame game for a lot of these people. And everybody plays it the political safe way. You understand? Kendrick not going to go to war, but the establishment. The establishment pays him. You feel what I'm saying? I tell you, a certain amount of things that they can do is only limited. But the establishment pays him. So we at war with the beast, which I know Farrakhan can relate to that. We're supposed to be at war with the beast, right? Okay, well then why not acknowledge the one who's going for the beast jugular, not stepping on his pinky toe? Going for the jugular. They ain't gonna do that. I can tell you. And I said, look, let's see which ones of the NOI acknowledge Dr. Malachi Z on his birthday. His birthday, nobody acknowledged him. You know what I mean? We acknowledge the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We acknowledge Farrakhan. We acknowledge Clarence 13X, Prophet Allah, whatever. We acknowledge these people. But they have yet to say, hey, look, this is one of the saviors also. You know what I mean? The whole purpose of calling it Saviors this day. Some people just say Saviors Day. What was the whole purpose of saying Saviors is? Saying that there's more than one Savior. Farrakhan, come on. But they want to acknowledge them on that day. Make it public that you're still standing with our brother, Kendrick Lamar. You understand? But there are positives to it too. You know what I mean? Because people can say, oh, the Bloods and the Crips get it together. Well, if you want to be truthful, that's been happening. Better communities and families been in the works. That ain't nothing new. It's just there was something that they felt unified about on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Because one of their people is stepping forward and saying, we're going to change this and change that. That's what helped them feel unified. You know what I mean? But as far as what's happening with gang culture, the Bloods and the Crips, I know this might be news for some people. They're no longer the only gangs. You know what I mean? There's a million gangs now. All right? And gang violence ain't even the big issue no motherfucking more. That's why I be saying all this shit is politics. Gang violence ain't the issue. The niggas who running around doing the shit, they ain't even in gangs. Them niggas just be amongst themselves or they be solo dolo. You feel me? So when we get into the nitty gritty of what we're talking about, you have to go deeper than just Bloods and Crips. Those are families and organizations they've been around. And they've been finding ways to get along. That's why I told you in the Survive song, they weren't worried about Nipsey Hussle's documentary for teaching people to eat, right? That's not the only thing they was worried about. They were also concerned about the fact that he was going to bring all these people together. It was Nipsey. You understand? What happens when that happens? What happens when that happens is, first of all, so long as people can get over the religious hoops, because that's the biggest thing we can't get people to get over the religious hoops. So long as that can happen, then you don't need these people to be continuing to feed this beast anymore, right? They're not going to feed the prisons. That's why I say there's no need for prison reform. Reform the communities. You're steady focused on prison reform the communities. Fix what's happening in the neighborhoods. You focus on the wrong thing. You understand? If you want the change to come, focus on what's causing these things to happen. If Jay-Z and Meek Mill can come together and say, we're going to do a prison reform, then Jay-Z and Meek Mill can come together and say, we're going to do a music industry reform. Because everybody seems to have sense when it's convenient, right? When everybody can look around and see the dollar signs, then they can have sense. But when they don't see that it's a viral moment, nobody has sense. Ask me if Farrakhan know who Kendrick Lamar was and what he was doing in the community before the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. You understand? When there's cameras and there's news press and everybody can get they say-so in, then people are showing up and they present. All right? And that's the issue. Because if you can come together for that, and you can come together and say, yo, we don't have to act like we don't have sense. We know that the music industry has influenced all of this. Right? How you think that was such a big deal, all them brothers being on stage and sisters being on stage, them brothers and sons? It's the music industry. You feel what I'm saying? None of this is helping. Not the gang culture, not none of that. None of that is helping us. You feel me? So these powerful people can't be doing the same thing Tyrone down the block can do. You feel what I'm saying? No. If you have a powerful voice like Jay-Z, then tell them niggas, yo, it is outlawed. You can no longer promote drill music. And every time somebody drop, every time a body fall, what people do? They get on here, they cry, they say we need to stop this, stop that. And then they leave that same event, that same gathering, they hop in their car, and they play the music. You know what I mean? Glorifying the same exact murder they're saying that they're against. And I kept telling people, I said, look, people ain't gonna really start paying attention to what I'm saying until there's no more rappers in the industry left because the shit gonna hit home on them. I told them that. I said, watch how we do this. That when it hit home, then people are gonna open their eyes and say, wait, maybe we should change this. That's why drill start falling out. But I tell you, I said, it's gonna be some stragglers and they're gonna buck the system. They're gonna think they can keep doing it. That's not how this works. Because I'm not speaking, God's speaking. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Let's get this clear. If you think God is something that's stuck in an Abrahamic religion, then explain to me what the source is. Tell all these people who saying, just because the Christians are under Abrahamic religions and y'all not, and you so advanced, explain to me how this all got here. If not, please take the seat where they at, in the pews. You understand? You're going to act like the masters that came didn't learn the religions to be able to lead the people to where they at. And these niggas be still 5%ers, which is under Islam. And if 5%ers ain't under Islam, well then go back and give them back their Circle 7 Quran. giving back all the supreme mathematics, because if you didn't know that, the supreme mathematics is literally Islam. Giving back all the politics, all of that goes up under the 5 pillars of Islam. Give them all that back if it ain't Islam. They just running their mouth. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. As I've not been speaking, I've been watching and paying attention. Did I not say, this is the 8th year? I gave people the number. This is the 8th year. People ran with it. Oh, this is the 8th year. Ask them what it means. You know what I'm saying? Right now in the comments, give me one word that can say what the 8th year means. Right? Because only some of y'all will probably know what it is. And it's all tying in, literally. What's that one word? And I'm going to show you how it tie in. The one word is genes. I gave it to you. I put it in the books. I said, look, here's where it's going to be coming from. This is how it's going to happen. The word is genes. I even explained to you. I said, when you look at the number 8, you're looking at a double helix. People are not going to know that. It's all about genetic upregulation. Did I not put it in the books? I explained this, rehab and all that. I'm telling you what this is. The number 8 and why it's so important. You understand? I did nothing versus everything. All that infinity stuff was aligned with the 8. X marks the spot. X marking the spot. I showed you how it's aligned with the 8, how the 8 meets in the center. Right? I told you it was all about the dot, did I not? And then as soon as I said it's all about the dot and started breaking down what the dot was, who was the artist that came out and went against the dragon? Was his name not Dot? Did Dot not do what I said was going to happen? And now people are seeing it. You know what I mean? He comes and say OVO. Phase 1 said OVO. It's OVO for OVO. He said that last year on the song called what? Dragon. Do you think it's a coincidence that the song would have been called Drake, but they said you can't name it Drake? I said, I'll do you one better. Right? Literally, the streaming service says you cannot name this song Drake. You got to name it something else. I said, okay, I'll name it Dragon then. Right? Because that's what we're referring to. Okay? Now, in the year of the dragon, everybody's on Drake. It ain't got bad. They gunning for people too, by the way. If you got BBL Drizzy songs, they trying to get you sued and take it out. All this happening behind the scenes. All that cease and desist people talking about, that's real. Ask me how I know. You know what I mean? My folks been trying to upload the BBL Drizzy shit for damn near 2 months. They keep trying to take it down, blocking it, shutting the computer down. The dragon does not want to be under the fire that is under, but it is under that fire. You understand? Literally. As soon as this shit was happening, it was popping up at Drake crib. It's shootouts. Hey, whether you think it's real or fake, the war is taking place. You know what I mean? It's one, oh, some Canadians punched Rick Ross in the face. You didn't see the same video I watched, but a lot of niggas gonna run with, oh, he got punched in the face. Well, the video that you saw, you didn't see him get punched in the face. You saw a nigga swing and they got to jump in and Rick Ross exited the stage left. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna run with that narrative. Here come D1 out the woodworks. I don't think it's a good thing that Rick Ross got shot. Silence. Because where have you been? Where was you at when A minor was getting attacked? You should have got your lick in. That's one of the devil's soldiers. You was quiet the whole war, nigga. So we shouldn't be beat, bro. You called out Rick Ross. You called out Meek Mill. You called out called out Drake. No, silence. Be quiet, sit down. Go to war with Drake, D1. That's what a David would do. David go against Goliath. Okay, the Goliath of the industry is Drake. Go against them. If not, be quiet. You Disney. Everybody think this is a game, like I keep telling y'all. And they can only show it with the politics because I'm not speaking. But as my voice eases back, you're going to see what I'm telling you. I told you it's the 8th year. How old was Enchanting? 26. 2 plus 6, 8. How old was Julio? I think they said 26. 2 plus 6, 8. We got 2 8s. Drop of the dime. This is not a game. Everything is screaming, pay attention. The blue light is here. You know what I mean? I said, look, are the bad boys in trouble finally? I'm calling names, words, tones that you should be paying attention to. I even put it in the 9th hour song when I'm speaking about Diddy. Then what happened? Diddy get raided. Now he's trying to sell his house. Everybody trying to exit stage left. Tell Drake pull his pants leg up. If it ain't nothing to worry about, tell him show us your ankle. You feel what I'm saying? Tell a lot of these artists, show us your ankles. Because a lot of development ain't been revealed yet. Well, I know personally, a lot of these artists are on house arrest. You feel what I'm saying? Because they've been investigated, not just by no little police force. Homeland Security is in their backyard. And this is not a game. That's why Kendrick Lamar was like, it's only a matter of time before the embassy get raided. How do you think I knew where Kendrick was about to take it? When I was on Kid Vish in them live, and they were having a conversation, say, what you think, Faise? What do you mean when I'm telling you what's about to happen? Kendrick's about to go, he gonna double down on this, he gonna take it there. You feel what I'm saying? And he did exactly that. We get back on, I said, Faise, how was you? I'll be right in the right place at the right time and hear the right things. I'm gonna tell you that. And I still ain't revealed it. Because it's not time. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. They're watching. You know what I mean? You listen, don't look at them numbers at the top. It's not the numbers. Every time I say I'm going live, listen, the music industry is watching. I can give you names. You'll be like, what? How? They're watching. They're paying attention. All you gotta do is look at who's following. Look at who really following Phase 1, like literally, and say, damn, they're watching. The masses don't know who I am. Okay? And then ask, of all them celebrities, which one of those people has said, yo, we're going to put you in front of the world? They can't do that. It's a violation of contract. For them, they can't do that. How you going to push and promote somebody that's going to destroy the system that pays you? You can't do that. Do you get how this game goes? You feel me? So now the eights are lining up. What happened with Fulio thing? I'm telling you what's happening. Now there's a game they're playing. The game they playing now is Fulio ain't dead. It's somebody that's on his page say, oh, he ain't bad. He demigod now, and he coming back from the grave. They posting memes and shit, and people like, yo, this ain't funny no more. What's going on? That's why I did the teaching, Dead or Alive, which I really just ran back to You Cannot Die teaching if you paid attention, right? And now you see it again, Dead or Alive. But why am I doing that? And why is one of the lights red and the other light is blue? Why? It circles you back around to the Bad Boys. Because when I started with the Bad Boys conversation, I said, are they in trouble? Then the Bad Boys movie come out. Who went and seen it? The Bad Boy movie come out, what happened? They in trouble, literally. They on the run. And it opens up with the blue light. If I'm lying, go make me a truth teller. Go check it out. It opens up with the blue light. Martin Lawrence, whatever his character is, I can't remember the name. But he having a near-death experience. You know what I'm saying? He even became this esoteric, ascended master being. You know what I mean? And he trying to get Will to get on that side. And you know, it would have been the other way around. Will Smith is more of an esoteric master type being. But they flipped it, which was interesting. Okay? But you can see, Bad Boys are literally in trouble. Go watch the movie and tell me that the color scheme of the movie isn't blue. When I say the color is blue, it becomes that. Right when I was telling people, yo, the blue light is coming, what happened? A big ass blue meteorite streamed over. Remember the video where the girl was holding the phone and she looked and said, wow, and then the blue light came and everybody said, oh, there goes the Blue Kachina. All right, but what book was loaded? But everybody started saying Blue Kachina. What book did I have? Blue Kachina. Are you listening, paying attention? And people said, even R.B. Dell there's a day of purification. I said, why do you think it's a day of purification? Who remembers? Because I gave you a diagram a long time ago. I don't know if you kept it, but I told you to hold on to it if you've been walking. Some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But in that diagram, I gave you each chakra point, and I put an emoji in each of those chakra points so that you would know which point represented what based off of the emoji. The threads prophecy came true because literally when we were at that orange point, okay, there's that thread that you had. Literally, the threads of Facebook, Instagram, they came out with a threads thing where it went to war with Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be competing with them. Everybody said, oh, we on threads now. And you remember in my How to Love Again book, it was all about the threads, which came out almost a year before the threads came out. And we were in that color. Some people didn't know when we was in orange. Some people didn't know when we was in yellow. But I was telling you, I said, look, you can pay attention to what I'm saying and what I'm doing around that time. And then when we got to green, I pulled out the green light. There was no reason to pull out the orange or the yellow light. They got that in everybody's house. There was no reason to pull out the red light. That's as soon as you walk outside the door, it's amber light's world. You feel what I'm saying? But when I hit the green light, then you saw the green everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? People popping up with green situations, movies popping out with the green light. So now you see the blue. So what does day of purification mean? When you're dealing with purification, you were saying the shooter, the word for the throat chakra. You feel what I'm saying? Interestingly enough, around that time with the blue light coming in, they got me reserving my voice. And I gave another prophecy, or I said this will happen. I said there's going to come a time where I won't be speaking as much. Who remembers me saying it? I said, and you orators, I literally wrote it. I said, you orators are going to come out. And if I say orator, the world who ain't walking think I'm just saying a talker. But those who've been walking can see the words inside the word, right? Actually, it's 3 codes I gave. The orator itself, which is the blue chakra, the throat chakra, go look it up, it's blue, Vishuddha, and Vishuddha means purification of purity, all right? A speaker of purity, of tones of truth, the true sound. I wrote that down in the book of Rehab, right? When you have the orator, you also have orator phonetically. And orator, okay, is that code. So you say or means light, and ada is a helper. I gave you another word or term or phrase, actually. Ansar Nur, okay? Ansar was a helper, and Nur is light. Helpers of the light. What light? The true light. You know what I'm saying? Which is partnered with what? The true sound. That's the green and the blue. You understand what I'm explaining to you? And the last one was, I said, look, flip the letters around in orator, and you get aorta. All right, and aorta is literally a part of the body, okay? When you go back to anatomy, which is attached to that heart, okay? And if you go and look up what that aorta is, you will find the symbol of the lamb, all right? The same lamb symbol that I wrote down in the letter to Farrakhan, the same lamb symbol I've been telling you all about, the same lamb symbol that Dr. Malachi York came with the book of the Lamb, or the book of Lamb, okay? Fear no longer, I have arrived. Fear no longer, there's no more reason for fear. Okay, because the truth is arrived. When you have the truth, like people could choose to fear at that point, but that's a choice. But now you know you don't have to fear. You understand what's explaining to you? So you have orator, orator, and aorta. And anybody who's attached to that aorta, who done climbed that ladder, everlasting life will pass you by if you don't climb. To get up to where we at, you follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. And you're going to learn the Lamb is not just a person. It is a tone and frequency. The Lamb is a revelation. The Lamb is a realization. Remember when I told you that green light was going to be inside you. It ain't going to be something that you just got to turn on no more. And same with this light. And I also told you, when we get into the blue light, you don't have to turn the green light off. Trust and believe, or you don't have to. But the green light is around where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to turn the green light off. But a lot of people couldn't make the jump. It literally was one of the posts I put up for Fulio. One of the people came in and said, yo, this is not green light energy. I said, damn, should I tell them? They're not listening, not paying attention. And it's showing. Because eventually that's going to switch to purple. And people ain't going to understand, what is he doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? What is God doing? Is what I'm saying lining up with everything? That's all you got to be interested in or concerned about. That's all you have to look at. So we see Fulio fall. Okay, and they gave you the numbers. People were paying attention to it. I said, look at you, the 23, the this and he was doing, and then you saw the fact that he was 26, right? And now everybody's saying, is this man dead or is this man alive? And I already told you, you cannot die. So I gave you the teaching, dead or alive. Dead or alive. What teaching is that? It's the same exact teaching from our song, God for President, where I said, are you in it for your body or your soul? Are you going toward Jahannam or Jannah? Are you going toward darkness or light? Are you going towards heavy or light? I don't know what word people need now, because I guess if you use the words that everybody understands, it means you left behind, which is counterintuitive. It's probably why a lot of you niggas not reaching people. Because you think you're supposed to be using these words, you feel like it's so advanced. But I ask these people questions about the Bible, El Quran, all that. They don't know any of these answers. Which means, who are you reaching? You're finding people that have walked away from religion. Yeah, that's what the spiritual community is. A lot of people that walk away from religion. But here's the question. How do you walk away from religion and say that you've advanced, but you didn't graduate from religion? I need to ask that again. How do you walk away from religion, say, I'm advanced, but you didn't graduate from religion? Some people did graduate from religion. That's a whole other conversation. But for the people who haven't graduated, all you did was you allowed yourself to be pulled away from your deen or your way of life or your faith. And now what's happening? Spiritual community, what's happening with these people? I'm telling you, I done had conversation with people with all kinds of stuff. I got on a live with Arcades the other day. I said, bro, what's going on? Like, why do you feel like they saying the things they saying? You know, people, I said, look, a lot of people may just be disappointed because they're used to you doing this. right? And you probably saved a lot of people's life. You don't know how big you are to people, but you gave them something to look forward to that was positive, right? But a lot of people folded. Okay, spiritual community, y'all didn't have any order. And I kept telling y'all that. If you don't have order, that's a problem. Okay, so because you didn't have order, what wound up happening was people said, we don't need religion. I said, well, spirituality is a religion. They said, no, it's not a religion, right? I said, well, all of y'all do the same things, say the same things, same rhetoric, same words y'all using and everything. That is a religion. It's a way of life. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that somebody put religion in your mind to be a bad thing, okay? But I don't think anything that keeps something in order is a bad thing. I think when people start to try to dominate or dictate, then it becomes bad. But when people have order, that's a good thing. Which environment would you rather exist in? Disorderly or orderly? You understand? People say, oh, we don't need religion. Next thing you know, the same people who were speaking that same rhetoric are the ones saying, you can't tell me what it means to be spiritual anymore. You know what I mean? Now I'm just doing this. I do whatever I want to do. I can go to the club. I can still be spiritual. It sounds familiar to me. You want to know who you sound like? Christians. Yep, the same people you tried to talk down on. Because the Christians were saying they were spiritual before you. You didn't know that. Before you called yourselves a spiritual community and said you were spiritual, spiritual used to mean you were aligned with the body of Christ. Spiritual used to mean that you were endowed with that spirit. Spiritual used to mean that you had a personal relationship with the Most High. That's what spiritual used to mean. Now spiritual means you have an altar set up in your home. You own crystals. You might be into African spirituality. Look at that. I don't know where y'all got that from. Look at what's happened. You understand? Because now people can't even describe what that means anymore. What is spiritual now? You became Christians. The Christians were the same ones who, after Sunday, they took off the garb of Christianity, put it in a closet. Right? Then what did they do? They went out into the world. Right? All week. They drinking. They fornicating. They clubbing. They smoking. You know what I'm saying? They creeping around on each other, sleeping with each other's husbands. The same thing happened in the spiritual community. You know what I'm saying? And y'all getting blown up for it. That's what the Christians are doing and have been doing. And they're the same ones on, yo, if you want to know where the Christians at, go to the shade room. They all there in the comments. Those are the Christians. They can't, listen, you can't tell them they're not Christians. Right? Because the moment you walk them right back into the order and say, look, this is what you're supposed to be doing, they're going to use the same thing they've been trained to use. And it is, God said, don't judge. You shouldn't judge us. They don't ever finish it. They'll never say, thou shalt not judge lest ye be judged. They don't ever say, yo, don't judge unless you don't want to be judged. You can say it that way. No, they say God said don't judge. Only God can judge me. Okay? And then you remind them of how God judges, and now the conversation is different. Well, do you remember how God judges? Did you hear about Sodom and Gomorrah? You know what I mean? Did you read the book of Revelation? All right, if God is the judge, you might want me to judge before you want God to judge. I'm just being honest with you, because God don't play. I don't know who this blueberry guy is that everybody's familiar with. No, this guy that you actually talking about, according to your stories, all right, he doesn't play. And if he says don't do this, that's what he meant. So if the spiritual order says we're supposed to be clean, if the spiritual order says we're supposed to be moving away from the root, and we're not supposed to be operating in this world under that frequency, okay, well then that's what y'all order was supposed to keep. But y'all became the ones who y'all supposed to be helping. Make it make sense for me. You know what I'm saying? Because now what? You got videos, people naked in the videos. So it's just sensuality. No, it's sexuality. You know what I mean? You put another word on it, think you was changing it. Sex and sin are the same word. You know what I'm saying? Same frequency. You say sensuality, sexuality, sex, sin. It's right there. They neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to say this way because I think, no, you want people to be drawn to you. It's lust. It's the same thing the Christians is doing. Remember Black China, who said, no, refer to me as Angela Renee. And I told you what that meant. I said, Angela White Renee, or Angela Renee White, right? The word Angela, angel, and Renee meant reborn. And White was saying that it was being redeemed from the darkness. I said, look, she's changing. She got the Baphomet tattoo removed on her. Now she dressed in all black on the shade room, saying, oh, I can still do this. I can show a little skin, da-da-da-da. It's my relationship with God and the Holy Spirit. That's all I got to worry about. No. You know what I mean? And my comment under that post was, man cannot serve two masters. And I'm not even Christian. I think that comment wound up got 10,000 people like that comment and above. But a lot of people had a conversation under it. What are you trying to say? Oh, that's a woman. Da, 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 da. Yo, here goes the truth. You're seeking the wrong attention. You want attention from man. We not stupid. You dressing tight because you want attention from man. You dress revealing because you want attention from man. You know what I'm saying? Same thing men do. Men do all this extra stuff, the chains and all that. It's attention. That's what it's about. You're seeking the wrong attention. You start seeking the attention of God. But then people got to give up the fruits. So what are the fruits that people got to give up? Well, to people like the brother Arcanes, you're going to learn this eventually. The views and the attention that you think will be coming from the people that's, oh, I can do it this way. Listen, they love when people do that. They love when people think they can play the devil's game. They're going to swallow you whole. Be careful. All right? I said it to you personally. Now I'm saying it to you outside it. Listen, they're going to swallow you whole. Be careful. They already put a succubus in your life. All right? That's for you. But everybody else is watching, pay attention. They think, oh, I can play this game. Same thing they were telling me to do since I was little. They said, yo, Faise, just play the game. So what do you mean by that? They said, all you have to do is act like you with them. Just make the music. Somebody asked me, he's supposed to be a Nuwabian, he's supposed to be one of the followers of Dr. York, right? He was a grown man, a Mason and everything. We sit in front of my house, 2018. He like, yo, Faise, you mean to tell me you wouldn't take $5 million and all you had to do was do a contract for about 3 years and you just got to call to win bitches, do the drill music, da-da-da-da, all the stuff you try to speak out against? I said, nigga, for $5 billion, I wouldn't do that. Right? That same person went on to sleep with a man, all kind of stuff for $100,000 that he never got. He went on a Tasha K show talking about it, got his wife there defacing her. And I'm like, these are the motherfuckers who was trying to tell me to play the game. It doesn't work that way. Shaitan will laugh at you. Meaning these label execs, these CEOs, the same motherfuckers who act sad when their artists pass away, but they got life insurance policies on them. They don't give a damn about you. And these same people, listen, I can post something today and get 1 million views. It doesn't mean that 1 million people are walking with me. All right? So remember the people that are actually walking where you're going. You think you may need a lot of people to get something done. Sometimes you need the right people to get something done. It might be 5 of them or 6 of them. I remember when Pop said, it's only going to be 9 of you left. You know what I mean? I never forget that, no matter what it looked like. I hope you understand what I'm explaining to you. He said it ain't going to be a lot of y'all left when all of this is over. Enough to fit in a Volkswagen was his other saying. You feel what I'm saying? So if you got the sisters in your comments saying, yo, what's up with this? Yo, you doing it, da-da-da-da, listen to them. Because this world will suck you dry. And you think you're going to help them and da-da-da-da, and I can just sneak my way into here. You sneak yourself right into Baphomet living room, and they will lock the door behind you. They will devour you. That is their game. You understand what I'm explaining to you? So now, the full card has been pulled, has been drawn. What does that mean? They drew the full card. A lot of people probably would never explain that or seen that, which is why I had to speak on it briefly, which is what I'm doing now. They drew the full card. And now people are playing the Machiavelli game. So he's alive, he's dead. What does that mean though? Why? Why is his name Fulio? Come on, Faise, you know you gotta do it. Yeah, I gotta do it. Why is his name Fulio? You know what I'm saying? Or why is his name Charles? Because you really look at what Charles means. Charles, no matter how far you go back, it means free man. Right? Yeah, that sounds so familiar. Wasn't there another event that highlighted free man? Yeah, when the Francis Scott Key Bridge or Francis Key Scott Bridge fell, the word free man was in that etymology. You know what I'm saying? What is it these demons afraid of or nervous about right now? Dr. Malachi York is a free man. That spooks their spirit. You feel what I'm saying? And I just had a conversation. I'll let you in on this. I was talking with a being called Zuen. All right, this was about a week ago. And Zuen is who you call the devil. And you may not know how I can speak to him, but if you listen to the Letter of the Young Boy song, you might be put on game about what's actually going on. I don't have a reason to be afraid of who you call the devil because we know who they are. And we know how long they've been here, all of that. It's nothing like that. We can talk to them. I'm talking to y'all right now. And I went outside and I talked to Zuen and I said, you know you got to let him out. You know you got to let him out. He was playing hide and seek, trying to hide his face. You know what I mean? I said, you know you got to let him out. You know it. And what they're nervous and afraid about is when Pop is out, that's not even fair. You understand? I said, here's what happened. Here's the technicality. People were supposed to forget about who he was, which is why I'm here. How you gonna forget about Dr. York when there's somebody who says his name every day, who screams his name to the point where now people say, damn, this nigga he's not doing what everybody did. Why is it not working? Because I don't desire your world. I can die now. I don't desire your world. And he knows that. Only one who don't know that seem to be the people. The same people who were saying, so is he controlled opposition, about this, and wake up. Controlled opposition wouldn't have lasted this long. I keep telling people to do the same thing. Do the research on me. Why you don't research people? I research motherfuckers. They walk past me in the grocery store. They research motherfuckers. Who am I? Go back and look at when I was 10 years old, saying the same thing, speaking the same way, standing for what I'm saying. I'm still here. 15 years ago, here I am. You understand? And if I had the opportunity, which I did, to join the beast, your question should be, why didn't I? When all these people giving up, you ain't never heard me, I ain't calling no women bitches. Niggas make excuses about that every second they can. And so if she a bitch, we call her a bitch. Only the bitches get called bitches and women get called women. No, that's not how we supposed to do it. You feel what I'm saying? If a woman is so much of a bitch that you feel like you gotta call her a bitch, you shouldn't be talking to her. Because you same conscious niggas who calling women bitches, talking about women who are bitches need to be bitches, y'all be the same motherfuckers talking about y'all raising women up. And I watched all these people do it. I heard Yaki do it. I heard Rashad Jamal do it. I said, that's the same frequency we steering away from. How you gonna raise people up and still be slamming them at the same time? It don't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? So we already understand the power of the tongue. People been talking about the power of the tongue with the Julio situation. All right, everybody knows that the year of 8 now is where we at. Everybody knows it's the year of the dragon. Everybody sees the revelation happening with the dragon falling. Drake, everything he do now. Listen, let me tell you something else. I had a song called God Did, right? Which was a remix for that Jay-Z shit they did. And in the song I said, who you supposed to spook? Bitch, your crew composed of hookah smokers. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, what happened? Months later, this nigga Drake posts a picture with a big ass blue hookah in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And everybody getting on him. Everything he does now is like backfiring. Well, who is this Drake guy now? He's a joke to people. And all it takes is another swing and he out. You get what I'm explaining to you? Then here comes this Ryan Garcia person. He says, fuck it, Drake killed X. Right? Did anybody remember who was out here making sure that people knew what was going on with that and why that was important? The whole Dragon song highlighted that and said, Illuminati want my body. Let me tell you why they would love somebody like me. Because I'm powerful. They love us. So if you powerful and you think you're finna play the devil game, they're going to devour you. You powerful, you have to take that wilderness walk that we all take. Do you think this shit is fun? You know what I mean? It's not fun, bro. That's what I told y'all, bro. Do y'all not think? Some niggas said, oh, this nigga Faise, I was talking to RK, some niggas said, he still eat meat. Where you been? We stopped eating meat January 1st of this year. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people are making those changes, but that don't mean I wanted to stop eating meat. You feel what I'm saying? Some of this stuff is happening because it has to happen, but it's not always fun. When we do the fast and stuff like that shit can eat away at you. It's not fun. You feel what I'm saying? So the path that is least traveled, if you're a powerful being, you better take that path. Because you start playing over there and they feel, yeah, they're going to let you. Right? They're going to lead you right to the trap. You feel me? If I make one drill song, this whole world will be in a state of terror. If I do that once, if I make a drill song, I'll probably be the richest motherfucker in Atlanta. That's why I'm telling y'all, if I weren't brought up the way I was brought up, I could have played how some of y'all want me to play. But then what use would I have been? The only reason why I existed was to show you different. The only reason why I was here to show you the true light. The only reason why I was here was to remind you again. If I didn't hold on to that, what the fuck would I have been? And did I need them? When you think about it, all these people say, oh, they're so great. So a lot of people shut down. They can't do shit without asking a motherfucker to do it. I don't have to ask nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Why? It needed to be that way. But I had plenty of offers. You feel what I'm saying? So what is the full card play? What are you talking about? Okay, the full card has been played. When you deal with the full card, you're talking about new beginnings. For a lot of people might think. But when you think of the full card, you're also thinking about that character, the Joker. You know what I'm saying? This is why I want to tell a lot of the brothers, and some of y'all may not be ready to hear this, right? Stop with the wick locks. Okay? You may not know what they're doing, but I know what they're doing. Stop with the wick locks. Same way I was telling brother, yo, stop saying you a snake. Stop saying you slime. Yo, stop saying you a goat. Stop with the wick locks. Okay? Why would I say that? Because that's what the jokers used to look like. Or they weren't even referred to as jokers, they were called jesters. You know what I'm saying? The jesters used to walk around with them hats on, the foolish hats, with the bells on, the captain bells, what they used to call them, right? And they were the ones, they also had scepters, okay, who were hidden wizards. They used to be behind the scenes doing wizardry, okay? So when you saying wick locks, you think you saying wick. Let me tell you what you're really saying. You're saying warlock, all right? And I can show you, all you gotta do is look at the etymology of the word wicked, which is what you're really saying, wicked, wick locks. Look at the etymology of wicked and you're gonna find wizard. You know what I'm saying? So you're walking around looking like them same people who were crafty at what they did. They were deceivers or foolers. All right? They would get this Fulio. So Fulio was rocking the wicks. Right? And if you want to think I'm reaching, that's fine. But did he not have a song, one of the biggest songs that my grandma do, Voodoo? Y'all remember that? Okay? I just went back and looked at the lyrics before I got on here. What did he say? My grandmama do voodoo. He said he was chopping the head off the goose. And he said, you fucking with the woo. Okay. Everybody I be bringing y'all attention to, that I say, look, people attached to voodoo like Drake, you can find voodoo in their lyrics. You know what I mean? And knowing the roots of Louisiana and how they get down, all right, and in Florida, I was saying, how they get down, right? You know that's where a lot of that energy is. You go to Haiti, okay, you still find them over there. Well, I think in today's day and time, they every motherfucking where. But why are they there? You feel what I'm saying? What is the woo? And I keep telling you, musician and magician go hand in hand. Musician and magician go hand in hand. All right? So that full card, okay, had another character that was on it, and it was called the White Dog. All right? A lot of people literally just call it, oh, the White Dog. All right? There was a movie, I'm going to show you something, called Never Ending Story. And that's what you're in, by the way. A never ending story. Like the eternal pursuit that I wrote down in the book of mine called Nothing Versus Everything. So the movie Never Ending Story had a character. What was the character? Somebody name it. Who was the character that was aligned with the fool card? Let's see if you can remember. I'm giving you, I'm literally, what you saying what? Falcor. Falcor. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put it in. I see you. Falcor. Listen to it. Fool card. Falcor. Come on now. And it was a white dog. Right? A lot of people think it's a dog. So, but what was it actually? Who knows what it actually was? If you know, don't answer. Let somebody else. Somebody in here. Was it actually a dog? Or what was it? When it dawns on you, you can be like, whoa. It was a dragon. Somebody got it? It was a dragon. Okay, so, but people have been calling it a dog. You were calling it a dog since you was a child. You typing dragon now. But some of y'all people been calling it a dog since the white dog, the white dog. It was a dragon. Why though? And why does four card and Falcor sound so familiar? And why is there a white dog that can tie you to that? And why is Fulio and Full Card happening around the same time? What is the Full Card and the New Beginnings? What does all of this mean? You know what I'm saying? And I can explain it to you. Even when you say, there was another way they put it. They had Fuku-ryo, or Fuku-ryo, right, in Japanese. And it meant hidden dragon. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just a dragon, it was a hidden dragon, something that needed to be figured out. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's key thing, okay, is to remember how to speak elite. It's how you break all of this shit down. You learn how to speak elite, all this stuff becomes clear to you. They pulled the full card. And in my books, like Rehab, I said, yo, don't let them fool you. And I had a song called The Gate, right? And this song been popping. I released it on, what was it? The Wedding of the Lamb, okay, just recently. And in the song, I said, don't do the fooly fool with me, right? Now, right hand to the Most High, I'm not talking about Fulio. But for some reason, those were the tones. Do you understand what I'm explaining to you? So I'm not saying Fulio. Fulio was the furthest thing from my mind. That's why this happens this way. But then we say bring them through the gates. Now all the people I've been calling, the names and everything have been coming up. All right. Now you find out enchanting and folio are linked in because enchanting is voodoo. I showed you magic and sorcery on here. All right. I came on here and showed you for briefly. All right. Enchanting and magic, okay, is hand in hand. They actually they just said they're gonna put Never Ending Story back in the theaters, and the caption that they used was something along the lines of the Enchanting movie. Okay. So enchanting, charm, magic, sorcery. Folio, my grandmama do voodoo. Talking about necromancy now, black magic, or somebody coming back from the dead. They literally posted the Undertaker coming back from the dead with Folio face on it. What are they showing you? Well, it's very clear. It's just how many people are going to pay attention to it. Don't be fooled, okay? It's still a magical illusion that you're dealing with. All these BET awards, all these signs that they're putting out, everything is fading. It's not as powerful as it used to be. They need the shade room. They need things like Say Cheese TV, Spiritual World. They need these blogs to keep the illusion going because none of this stuff means anything anymore. All people are really concerned about in this day and time is their soul. Okay? So if you've been finding your way, you need to keep finding your way. Don't be fooled. Don't be tricked. Okay? People are saying, oh, this is a Houdini situation. All right? I don't know why people would refer to Houdini with this. Like, I think they just try to play on the fact they think that he died when he was doing that last trick that he was doing in the water, right? But the real faker of death would have been Machiavelli. You feel what I'm saying? But interestingly enough, everybody keeps saying Houdini for some reason. And then Eminem came out with a song called Houdini, right? And he was using blue light. Go look at the cover of Houdini, and he was using blue light. You feel what I'm saying? And there was another artist called Lenny Kravitz that came out with an album called Blue Electric Light. You feel what I'm saying? So my point is this. Do not be fooled. They don't have enough power anymore. The industry is falling. They all watching me to see what I'm going to say. They all trying to see, oh, where's Faise on that? What is he going to do now? What, the letters, everybody's talking about the letters. You know what I'm saying? People are responding in different ways. You just seen Lil Baby pop out with all red Cybertruck. You know what I'm saying? The Baby is a Crip, about as Crip as a Crip can get, but popping out with an all red Cybertruck. These are messages. You know what I'm saying? And I keep telling people we going further and further and further away from the amber light. Shouldn't nobody be over there in the amber anymore. And then these people are popping out with these messages. So stay away from the deception world. No matter what card they gonna pull, stay away from the deception world. Start getting back into your garb. All right? If you're a Muslim, you better start getting back into your garb. I mean, literally. All right? If you're a Christian, start dressing less revealing. Okay? If your elders as Christians were saying stop revealing so much, normally people would say Christian, but it's not just Christian. Of course, it's the Muslims or whoever. Stop revealing so much. That's for the women, okay? And for the brothers, start walking more upright. You feel what I'm saying? Get back in your garb, okay? Listen, the fear that they have ain't even just me. It's who gonna listen to me. Who gonna hear what I'm saying when I speak. That's what they have the fear of. You know what I mean? Get back in your garb. Stop playing these people music, right? Take Drake off your wall. Okay, let me tell you something. You shouldn't have my face up on your wall for no reason. I ain't never told people to do that. That ain't never been my thing. You see what I'm saying? Take these people posters down. If you got posters and pictures, and if you got, let me tell you, you shouldn't have no celebrity as your screensaver. Listen, stop idolizing these people. Fuck the music industry. Let it continue to fall. Don't you understand? Every time one of their pillars fall, that's less and less power for Shaitan. They're losing the game. But they wanted to make it look like they're winning. That's a part of the illusion. That's a part of the folio. To make it look like they're winning. To make it look like sex world will rise again. That ain't how this happens. You feel me? Some of y'all came on here, you see me surrounded by green light. Now you won't hear it, you see me surrounded by blue light. You may not understand what's going on. But if you're in here right now, you were supposed to be in here to see this happen. And hear what I'm telling you. Come home. I just released an EP. It's called Come Home. Come up out of there. Some of y'all carrying weight that don't belong to you no more. You know what I mean? I can't condemn you. I commend you. And I don't advise you to condemn yourself. I advise you to commend yourself. Okay? But come home and put that weight up off you. I just had a vision recently. I'm going to tell you that in a second and get something to drink. I just had a vision recently, and in the vision, I was on a highway, and on the side of the highway there was a river. I got in the river. Everybody that was in the river had no clothes on. We were getting, we didn't have any clothes. We were getting bathed, baptized. And the river was moving about as fast as the cars are moving on the highway. I'm telling you, I've never felt that much peace before. Okay? There was a lot of peace in the water. And there were people around me, right? And nobody's mind was on lust or none of that. And it was two women who were in front of me. They had their natural long hair, was fluffed out with the water, right? And I grabbed both of their shoulders as we were headed down. It was like it was about to do the little dip. And I told them, I said, we're going to make it. We're going to get there. We about to get there. We were leaving whatever this chaos was. And it was all peace. It was water. And I kept saying, get back into the water. All right? Some of y'all have done things that you feel you can't get off you. And I'm telling you, you can. All right? Some of y'all are in things you feel like you can't get out of. And I'm telling you, you can. Right? You wondering, why do I got to keep being attacked? Why does this keep happening to me? Why I keep going through this, going through that? You can get out of it. Okay? The only way, though, is for you to stop searching for pleasure. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. That's the only way we're going to be able to do it. Stop searching for the pleasure. Be about the business. And when you're about the business becomes the pleasure. You understand? Yeshua, Isa, about my Father's business. Be about the business. If you around your partner and they smoking, just advise that they don't. None of them may listen. Or one of them may. You understand? Or all of them may. But put out the word. What are you to know better and not speak? Who are you to know better and not speak? If you got people that's around you that are down and out, help bring them up. Every time you can, you helping people. Okay? Let go of whatever you think it is. That's why I was telling you in the Come Home song, I said, God forgive you for that abortion. I'm being serious. You know, I don't speak on stuff like that lightly. But I know people who had to they still dealing with that, and people don't want to talk about it. These demons are trying to make it seem like it's something to run to or like it's a contraception. Listen to the word. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just get rid of the baby. Oh, it don't mean nothing. It's not a life. And I'm not on none of this political pro-choice, I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about pro-choice and pro-life and all. Listen, both of those so-called things or titles, whatever groups, are choices. So they both should be called pro-choice. Because if somebody said they want to choose to let this being live, okay, that's a choice. Or they want to choose to terminate, okay, that's a choice. And then all these other things they put in between, and these things that happen to people, okay, that people say, oh, I don't want this to be my reality. They have the right to choose that. You know what I'm saying? So I never bash people in that regard. If I didn't experience or witness people feeling like their souls were being depleted from that action, I wouldn't advise that you get baptized about it. Or if that ain't your way of life, go to God however you go to God about that. And give it away. Ask them to take it. You know what I mean? So when I say give it away, I'm being for real. Because, listen, all right? Hell is real. And I'm not sending nobody there. Hell is real. And I'm not sending anybody there. You feel me? People are sending themselves there. I was just talking to Mrs. Faise and her mother not too long ago. And I said, listen, actually I wasn't speaking. This is when I was just signing, and I actually typed some stuff out, right? But most of it was signing. It was like we were playing charades and shit. I'm trying to get them to see what I'm saying. But the point was, I said, listen, people's souls is in hell. That's a hard reality for me to know about. It's their souls. You look at me, you see this body, right? When something happens, you look at these people and say, oh, I died and I went to hell. That's reality. They think they went, though. What happened is, when they disconnected from this world of illusion, this foolish world, this world of deception, the veil fell off. And then they were able to see where they actually were existing. Okay? And that's a state of hell. Go watch the movie Constantine, and you will see what I'm telling you. Where they had a scene where like the regular world, and then it's shifted, and you can see that hell is the same as that realm that you're in right now. You feel me? So a lot of people are leaving their body in the state of terror that they've been avoiding their whole life. Okay? You do something wrong, you know you got to right it. That's what my art is about. All right? I don't want to take too much longer because I'm starting to feel it. Anybody got any questions? The movie was called Constantine. Yeah, any questions? We got 4 minutes before they cut it live. Is hell and heaven a mental thing? Yes and no. All right. I actually went to the place through what you call astral projection, and it ain't been one time. And they offered to show me that shit a lot of times. It ain't been once. And there's people there. His soul's already there. Just recently, I seen people walking past me. If you've been walking with me, you know I've explained to you that sometimes I get up and I can see with my eyes closed. I seen people walking past me, and they were going to hell. And they had big-ass giants is not funny, but it was big-ass giants guiding them to hell. And I looked up, I saw what appeared to be a moon, hazy type object, right? And when I looked back down, they were looking up. The people who were walking past me were looking up to where I was looking up. So they saw me. And when I looked up, it made them look up. So it's both. You know what I mean? Look, hey, you don't have to listen to me. All I'm going to say is listen to whatever makes sense to you. Okay? Because if you ever experience sleep paralysis and you know that there's demons there, people that have latched on to you, they're screaming at it, don't listen to these scientists that just started to figure out what the fuck neurons and shit is. All right? It's not an illusion. Those beings are real, okay? And I don't have all your answers. I don't know who put them there, all that. I don't necessarily agree with hell and the setup and all that. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing and saying, look, maybe if I can get out and show that coming through this realm, we get in the water, we get out in that water, maybe they'll amend that. But I don't make the call. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't there with you with sleep paralysis. You experienced it, though. I wasn't there with you when motherfuckers was clawing at you and holding you down and you screaming and nobody can hear you. But you were there. You know what I'm saying to you? It looked like they might not cut the line. Hold on now. Let's see what happens here. We got 59 minutes and they ain't saying, all right, nigga. All right, we gonna see. We got about 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. That'd be a miracle. When the first time I come on here and talk, they're like, all right, nigga, you on punishment. They put me on punishment. I don't know what the hell I did. I don't remember what I did. What the fuck did I do? We'll see. All right, 59 minutes. We gonna see. 59 minutes, 47 seconds. If it cut, I'll just come back on here for a little while. $59.58. 60 minutes, nigga. 60 minutes, nigga. 60 minutes, nigga. We all punished because shit, y'all nigga wanna go play? I come outside now, nigga. Let me stop talking for you. Like, oh shit, we forgot to cut this shit. Some nigga that went to sleep on the control board. We told you to watch Faise, nigga. Watch Faise, nigga. He's doing magic. He's on there. Blue light. Sorcery hat. Stop him. What you talking about? 60 minutes, nigga. I already know I can't tell me shit no more. Pull over. Nigga, I got more than 60 minutes on my life. Fuck, I look like pulling over. Gotta pull over for you, nigga. We talk more than an hour around this bitch. What y'all got? What's the questions? I done already changed it, nigga. They gonna be like, oh shit. Some nigga running back to the office now. He been listening all the time. He thought he pushed the button. He ain't push it. They done fucked up. What is the rule? And who are the Etherians? The rule? What do you mean by the rule? The Etherians are referred to as light beings. Beings that are lighter than you or us. Beings that are more enlightened than we are. Beings that have more access to the dimensions of this realm than we do. Right? A visual representation of it is the beings that are in a Noah movie. You go back to watch that Noah movie. Them motherfuckers. Angels, if you want to call them that. Malaki or Malaika. Come on, I can see your questions. My mom sent me to you. What book can I get to hear the truth? You can get all my books if you want to. I mean, I can show you how to do that. Somebody type what I be typing, please, so I can just pin it. You can get all my books, or you can go to Dr. York Holy Tablets. Dr. York Holy Tablets. You can find that on. You can do both of these. All right, I don't know how much reading you about to do, because the Holy Tablets is like a Bible. You go Dr. York, the Holy Tablets on PDF, scribed, SCRIBD.com, scribed.com, and get it from there. That ain't what I be saying. I want you to be saying play for change. Who know what I be saying? Somebody tell me what I be saying, please, so I can tell people how to get the book. I hate this dumbass holiday. Fireworks and shit. What y'all got for me? That'll do. Anime? I don't like anime. Anime weird. It's like another world.
Blasphemy.
It could be blasphemy, but it's true. Anime, they always yelling about something, bro. That should be annoying. It's time to go to the grocery store. Is it? Is it really time to go to? Am I still doing deposits for the one? But we've stopped the 144,000. I ain't even been in the studio. I know a lot of that music old. I haven't even been in the studio. So I'm using a microphone. Did you get it? Or do you know why? Because I'm not trying to project too much. But I did want to come on and speak to y'all. The book I'm reading speaks on Manu. Is that just God? I don't know if that's just God. Entertainment comes from alternate realities given to us like a weapon. You could say that. What's some tips to astral travel? We had to come on here and do the whole astral travel over again. Tips? I gotta be responsible with that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I gotta be responsible with that. I don't want to just say one thing and people, but I'll answer you. Tips that I teach people start with visualization, right? Believe it, receive it or not, okay? Accessing that astral body starts with you being able to visualize that actual astral body. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're laying on your back and you got your hands flat down on the carpet off to your side. I lay like I'm on a cross. That's the easiest way to go for me, right? Instead of lifting your actual physical figure, as you call it, or your physical finger, as you call it, you would visualize that your finger is lifting. All right? You start with your pinky, then you go to your ring finger, your middle finger, index, and then your thumb. You know what I'm saying? But you're visualizing that these parts of your body are moving. Okay? That's one way. Okay? Just the focus alone will put you in that calm state, which was the whole purpose of the third eye water bottle thing. Teaching focus. People lack that. You know what I'm saying? Concentrating your energy on a thing. You know what I mean? Which is your attention. Remember, everybody keep talking about attention goes where energy flows, right? Or energy flows where attention goes, however you want to say it, right? Well, that's an interchangeable statement. Focusing on moving your body without actually moving your body is what onsets that memory, that solar memory of that astral body being. This from personal experience. Okay? Again, if it ain't for you, you'll forget about it. You ain't gonna try it. But if it's for you, you'll start. Okay? I don't advise you engage in any type of pornography or any of that type of stuff before you go on these types of journeys, because you'll take all that dark electromagnetic energy, I use dark loosely, okay, over into that realm. All right? And it's a real interesting way that it works. But when you're not on that type of frequency, okay, then you're less apt to run into the negative sides that come with astral projection, because there's positives and negatives. All right? And there's a lot of beings over there. The same motherfuckers, beings that be fucking people during sleep paralysis, be over there in them lower realms of astral projection. It's all just frequency. I like being able to tell y'all stuff that I know you can test out for yourself. But all that getting afraid about whether or not your body is going to be disconnected, you have the same type of level of intuition, okay, in that reality as you do here, right? And I hope I ain't said it the wrong way. When you go into that realm, if you're intuitive over here, you will be intuitive over there. If you're not intuitive over here, okay, you won't be intuitive over there. So if you see 4 tall, dark beings, all right, standing with swords off in the east, with horns coming out of their head, all right, flames coming out of their eyes, and dragons walking around them, and some stupid TikTok person done said, yo, we need to befriend our demons, and you fly your crazy body ass over there to befriend those demons, and they use those swords to sever your cord, that was your lack of intuition, your lack of discernment. If you got discernment over here to know, oh shit, it's 3 a.m., let me not walk with $100,000 in a book bag through Summer Hill, Paradise East, you know what I'm saying, Oakland City. Well, let me not do that. Or whatever the fuck y'all niggas from that might be the hood. Okay? That same type of discernment you have to let you know if a nigga say, hey, I can use your phone, for you to be like, hell nah, use that same type of discernment over in that reality. You feel me? If you don't use that, then yeah, it can happen. It has happened. People have went to rest and not even astral projected and did not come back. You feel what I'm saying? Which we might think is a bad thing, but it might not be a bad thing for them. They might be on the other side cheering. You know, they're like, yes, I got out. You feel what I'm saying? When they finally realize what all of this is. Focus. I know it might sound cliche, but it's real. I don't just talk about astral. I really believe in my body. You know, Mrs. Faise could have touched how many times I came back to my body and I got a story to tell. Well, she be right there. You know what I mean? I snatch out of my awakened, my resting state all the time. I jerk out of my, because I'm always experiencing places and all kind of stuff. And sometimes I get far off and I have to jump back. And that shit literally calls you to jump. So I'm telling people, yo, watch out when you saying you want to astral project. Right? It ain't no negative thing. It's just saying, learn it first. Don't just jump into it because you've seen videos on YouTube. Learn it. Understand what it's for. It's for you to familiarize yourself with yourself. The self that's inside of you, literally. That literally still is you. It ain't no negative thing. It's still you. All right? Do that, and then you'll start being able to experience the positive sides of it. What y'all got? what are good affirmations or words to manifest somebody or embody within ourselves? The Raise Your Frequency song, did you hear that? I would advise people to listen to that for one, right? Because there are two realities associated with the ascension that you should master. It'll help you with accountability. Okay? Here they go. You can, will you? You can, will you? All right? I want to lose weight. You can, will you? You know what I mean? I want to stop cussing out my brothers and sisters. You can, will you? You know what I mean? I want to get a new pet. I want a dog. You can, will you? All right? I want to change my life. You can, will you? Because everybody, you can do all of these things. You can do all things. Will you do it? And that key word is will. You understand? The spirit is willing, will. The flesh is weak. You can have that willpower though, and then you start deciding, yo, my can be taken to the next level. I will do this. So your affirmation is, I can do this. I will do this. All right? And you have to be speaking the truth. Okay? Even if it's in a state of mind. Say, I am doing this. You know what I mean? People used to say, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I am that. You know what I mean? Well, what is that? I'm a rapper. Well, you'll ask me if I want to be a rapper when I grow up. I'm already rapping. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you ask me, can I be famous? Yes. Will I be famous? Yes. Right? And am I famous? Yes. So it's like this. Somebody say, I want to be built. I want to be jacked. Okay, can they do that? Hell yeah, they go to the gym persistently, they do all this stuff. And then they have that willpower to get up when everybody else is asleep, and they actually do it. As you know, you look at somebody and you see them, and they're in shape. You're not looking at just a body in shape. You're looking at what they've been doing with their time. Okay? And now they're in that, and they can say they went through those steps. So the ones that you have to deal with, first off, to embody, is you can and will you. And that's all we asking. Y'all can come out of that. Will you? You can give them back their world. Will you? A lot of you already started. You can ascend. Will you? You can deal with truth. Will you? You hear me? That's your answer. Yeah, you can. In my song, Raise Your Frequency, I was saying, yes, you can, yes, you will. Today's a new day. You can't be what you were. It's impossible. You understand? Fasting is powerful because that exercises your will. Exactly. Fasting, not just food, all kind of things. Remember I would say that was a vocal fast. You should, listen, I advise everybody to do that. Go for a week and don't say nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? Just go without talking. Unless you're in a profession where you have to, If you don't got to talk, don't talk. And just watch people. Pay attention. You know what I mean? It's eye-opening. They done let a nigga stay on longer than an hour. I think I've been in live jail for about 4 months, 5 months. They took my shit away a long time ago. The day I say, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna go in here and talk. They say, shit, nigga, you can talk. You can talk. Don't push it. Yeah, they already know. I'm big down. I'm always go in here and talk. They know I'm gonna use that whole time. Cause remember we was on here and I got that message, it was like April. Or February, one of them. I got a message like, we limit the amount of time, or we limit how much you can do something to protect our... I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? I know I'm only on here by an hour. I'm like, are they talking about staying on here for the time they said we could be on here? That shit crazy. Yeah, the power is decreasing. The blue light been showing its ass recently. Yeah, the blue light. What y'all think about the blue light? Because it's like right there with the green, but it's not the same. What y'all think about it? Yeah, everybody just said, look, I'm going to talk, but I'm going to use a microphone. I'm going to still talk, though. Shit. They ain't finna start this shit. Blue feel different. Yeah, it's different. Green light was like a parent. Green light was overseeing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Making sure you, hey, what you doing? You with da-da-da-da-da-da. The blue light, like, hey, look, you should know what's going on by now. The blue light is not telling you to do anything, okay? It's testing you to see if you learned anything from the green. Yeah, it is relaxing. I told you it's going to be a soothing light. Green light wasn't always peaceful. The green light was chaotic at times. But what other questions y'all got? I done started talking. I ain't been talking for months. And y'all ain't got no questions? Feeling at peace? That's good. So our chakras and the different light, like turning into our chakras, can that help? Like tuning into, are you asking if when we going up through these light frequencies, is it aiding it? It's the same thing that Dr. Malachi York brought, right? It's just in another way. As a matter of fact, he brought the sun to the green light, right? And surrounded people by the green light. When you talk Christianity, you actually went to the church, all right? Ancient Egyptian church of Kharest. When you talk Islam, it was in its pristine purity. You're attending the mosque. You're going to Jummah. You're taking Shahada. You're going through all 5 pieces, all 5 pillars of Islam. You know what I mean? You're going to pray, Salah. You're going to do what Muslims do. You're going to live how Muslims live. You're going to dress how Muslims dress. You're embodying what you're learning. You know what I'm saying? When you're going in this way, dealing with this chakra alignment, you didn't just learn about the green light, you had it all around you. Okay? It was vibrating around you. Go look at the science of how lights affect people's moods and everything. They know the science of these colors. You feel me? So you're not just saying, hey, I want to work on my heart chakra. You actually submerged yourself in green light. You're not just saying, hey, I want to work on my voice, like I'm doing. We're actually surrounded by blue light. You understand what I'm explaining to you? So absolutely, if that's what you're asking, and the answer is yes, Tua. It is helping you. Question is, will you let it? Don't fight it. I'm watching people walk away, act like I can't see them. This ain't the time for that. You know what I mean? Y'all saw what the sister Tamra did? When she came and she was speaking, and I wasn't speaking, but she spoke. That's what I meant. Not saying people got to go around speaking in my defense. I'm saying use your voice. Don't, use it. Let people hear the truth. You know what I'm explaining to you? That's what it's about. Ain't y'all ready for popcorn? Ain't y'all tired of me saying, ain't y'all ready for popcorn? Ain't it that time? You feel me? Where that truth can be revealed for all the world to see. Ain't it that time? Remember that, like, that's the big reveal. Ain't it that time? Ain't y'all tired? I'm tired of everybody acting like they the master. I'm tired of everybody acting like they the leader. And they're not doing what a master does. They're not doing what a leader does. You feel me? And it's not saying that Pops is going to come out and do what he was doing then. He may. You know what I mean? He may come out and teach online. He may come out and I might be the only motherfucker know he out. You know what I mean? Hey, it's Pops. If you think you know how he gonna move, you know what I mean? You don't. Okay? But I'm just tired of the deception. That's all I was saying. Was I ever saying anything wrong? Now, yeah, I had to yell. I lost my voice at times. You know what I mean? Sometimes for an extended period of time. And I kept speaking. I wanted people to know the truth. When you really think about it, why would somebody go this hard if he wasn't about the truth that he's speaking? I'm going hard now. I'm not even really supposed to be talking yet. You feel me? It's that time. I've been saying I want him home. These niggas can't say it with a straight face. They can't say it with a straight face. Some of them, they can't even say it with a straight face. Do you want him home? You know what I mean? Because then all the illusion is shattered. The conscious community was built off of his back. What you gonna do when he out? Because the only reason why a lot of you been able to thrive is because he wasn't. I'm ready for that situation to be handled. You know what I mean? How do I feel about this? Feel about what? When Pop hop on the mic in this new tech, it's a rap for the devil. There would be facts. Facts. Y'all got any more questions? We got this show coming up, home show. If you want to go to the show, I already posted what the tickets were. The friend ticket is $10. All right. The family ticket is $50, and the orator ticket is $100. Some of the stuff I'm not going to say because it's secret occasions. It'll be seen later on, but secret occasions for what I'm speaking about, right? But everybody will be acknowledged either way in the show, vocally. So if you get a ticket, your name will be called in the show. All right? That's for supporting. And then the orators will be able to speak in the show. All right? So that's going to be cool. Family will show up in the show. So if you're a friend, your name will show up in the show. Your name still gets called in ceremony. Family, your face will be in the show. Your name gets called in ceremony. And orators, you will be able to speak in the show, and your name gets called in ceremony. Can you say any more on sun gazing and receiving messages? Other than the fact that being in the sun altogether increases the integrity of your magnetic field, and your being able to sun gaze is healing for you, I would say be cautious about it. You know what I mean? Because some of this stuff people they don't be having the science on it. So they're giving people misinformation. And staring into the sun for too long can damage your eyes. You know, if you don't know what you're doing or what time you're supposed to be doing it. So I would say research more about these things. Okay? And I don't care what anybody says. If you feeling pain in your eyes at all, any type of discomfort, you shouldn't be doing it. You with me? So don't let these people just, we sun gazing. Make sure that you're asking more questions. Always ask questions. What time are y'all sun gazing? Do you ever experience pain in your eyes? Make sure you're learning more about these things before you start doing it. Other than that, I don't think it's inherently dangerous to look at the sun. Okay? I just think that it's not smart to do it at certain times, especially like during that solar eclipse, where people say, why are my eyes hurting? Remember they said more people was typing in, why are my eyes hurting? Well, it's more people that's on the web saying, make sure y'all look at it. Yo, don't use the shades, don't use the glasses, look directly into it. Motherfucker going blind. You know what I'm saying? Stop listening to you. Do your own research. Science is free. Science is free. No matter what you're trying to figure out, the shit is free. Science is free online. Go look it up. You don't need me or somebody else to tell you about the science. It is free online. You know what I mean? So go do your research on it. Say, is it safe to look in the sun? All right? Scientists are going to tell you off rip that's not a good idea. They're going to say you can do what you want to do, but it's not a good idea. Okay? But then you start learning about the different ways they could be healing. You want to make sure that you... I'm not going to tell anybody to do anything, first of all, that could cause them to suffer in any way. So I'm not going to advise you to sun gaze. I'm not going to advise you not to sun gaze. I'm going to advise you, again, to do your own research. And then if and when you decide that you're going to, all right, after conducting or producing that research, then you pay attention to your body and see what's helping or hurting you. And if it's hurting you, cease. You know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody should be saying. I don't know why everybody say, hey, we should all be doing the same thing. Even though we all different. But it heals, so do you. But it will say in your vision. Okay. Any more questions, y'all? About to get out here. The more melanin you got in your eyes, you should be straight. I don't know if that's a thing. I think you should read. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing. I think you may be talking about the retina. I don't think that has anything to do with the iris, though. You should probably look into that. Yeah, I don't think the pigmentation of your eye has anything to do with the protection from the sun. But hey, do your own research. Any plans to reveal after come home? No pressure. Not really. Not really. The goal is to get to age 26. That's what I'm working on now. Making it to 26. Other than that, no, not really no plans that I would reveal. You know what I mean? More books. We got the Relax book on the way, book number 15. More teachings. I may not start off doing it as frequent as I was, but at least once or twice a week, we'll get on here and we'll do this. We'll talk. We'll do Q&A. You know what I mean? At least for now, we'll be using the mic, because I don't really feel no strain on my voice for using the mic. Will these beings such as Halal, Artemis, Inky, and Lil be revealed in real time? I don't know if you'll see that. I don't know. I just know, I don't think Inky is that nigga King Yahweh. That's what I do know. And I don't know, I think he should clear that up. I don't think he should be just walking around letting people say it. I think he should be like, nah, I ain't Inky. Well, I don't know if you'll see that. I don't know. I don't have that answer. Am I still doing personal consultation? No, we stopped, not for right now. Only because I'm on here talking, but I really am resting my voice. You know what I'm saying? More and more. Until we can get it back right. So when I was doing the teachings and talking on the phone, there's a way that I have to do it that it can flow. I don't think you would want me to be on a microphone on your phone. What you said? Huh? I couldn't hear you. You got me on speaker? Nah, man. You want me to turn it down? It's a microphone. Let it. Turn your volume down on your phone. We go it down? You got louder? Hold on, I'm gonna hang up and try to. That ain't gonna change shit. Let me unplug the mic, plug it back in. You want your money back? All right, too. I feel you. All of it back? Okay, I got you. I can text you. He'll want to text me. He don't gotta text me. All his way. But eventually, man, just give it time. Give it time. Give me some time. I had a vision. I asked you if you were still doing that. Facts. Was Planet Risk completely destroyed? Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you what I read. I don't know. I don't know none of that. All I know is Dr. York don't need to be in there. Okay? I'm not the riskiest man. I didn't write that. You know what I mean? Listen, I know what I know. I don't know if all the 24 elders is named what he said. I just know he said that. Okay? I know I feel related to the beings who came to me when I was 12, but they have not cleared me on any of the other information that Pops has. So I don't know. Okay? You see how I just did that? Now ask all these other motherfuckers if they can do that. Everybody trying to act like they know what they talking about. They don't know nothing about no Inky, no nobody, y'all. Ain't none of them niggas talk to them. You feel what I'm saying? I know what I know. All right? Risk could have been a metaphor. I don't know that. Is it possible? Yes. Okay? But the man with the answers on all this stuff, that's him. You know what I mean? Hey. And even if I did have the knowledge of it, I couldn't prove it to you right now. You understand me? What is the name of the species deep inside the earth? Which one? You probably have Atlantean ancestors, Faise. Probably. What are y'all questions? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, what are your questions? The things you really want to know. Not what you think I want you to ask me. Can you put some hot water? Of course, we do know all is within all. You take everything, you study, read, and put it in a circle and reason. I was saying, yeah, fuck players, we don't need that one. The 144,000 in their position in the role, that's clear. I've explained that. We did a whole teaching on that. The 144,000 on the Brother Young Elder show. To keep it simple, you know what is right, okay? Or you know what can be done. Do it. That's your role. Get active. You feel me? If it's 144,000 of y'all, it shouldn't be 144,000 people trying to push a car up a hill. It don't take that many people to do that. It might take 2 of y'all to do that. So then y'all 2 get together and do that if that's a part of the works. You feel what I'm saying? If it take 1,000 people to save this church from burning down, and 1,000 of y'all get them water buckets and go do y'all duties. If it take 100 of y'all, you get what I'm explaining to y'all? Whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, you're doing it. You're getting active. You're getting electrified. You're not dormant. You understand what I'm explaining to you? You have to get serious about this ascension thing, is what I'm saying. Stop making excuses. Read my Blue Kachina book. Everybody making excuses, and this ain't the time. Stop making excuses. Get serious about it. Clean up. Clean up. Clean up. Everybody, everywhere. Clean up. Clean up. Everybody do their shit. However the fuck it went. Get serious about it. All right? And you 144,000 are going to affect the rest of the people. All right? With your seriousness. You hear me? What else I got? That's what the blue light is. Yeah, the blue light is purity. Get real. The true sound. What are you really saying? Hey, I heard what you said. What are you really saying? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be sharp. I hope you don't think I'm being sharp, but I did tell you it will have to shift. Okay? Because what y'all think I'm here to do, I'm not here to do. You know what I mean? Pay attention to what I've been doing. What I'm here to do is going to be done. We got to get sharper. I'm not trying to answer no more questions about none of the Anunnaki stuff. Honestly, all this has been taught. I'm really not trying to go that route anymore. You know what I mean? I want people focused on certain things. I want people to learn what it means to focus collectively. You know what I mean? And deal with what we can know and what we can do something about. You're not finna stop Inky, and you're not finna stop Enlil. You know what I mean? If Enlil says it's over for you, nothing I'm saying on this live is going to help. We don't have that. The only ones who can do something is the government. And even then, they can't do nothing. If them people say, hey, look, all right, fuck it. Open the skies. Show them we out here. All right, everybody come in. And they lay down the law. We don't have the technology, biology, knowledge, none of that shit to do anything about it. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining to you? It sounds good. That's what it's supposed to do. It just sounds good to people to talk about it. But they really don't know what we're talking about. Dr. Malachi York explained this. He was saying, look, if all this play out and they don't get it, fireballs released on the planet Earth. It seems like niggas don't want to talk about that. Niggas want to talk about New the Mud, New School, Inky, Enlil, Arishka Gal, Nerd Gal, everybody. Those motherfuckers will destroy your world. You know what I mean? They don't care nothing about your Instagram, or your TikTok, none of that, your YouTube followers. They will wipe this bitch clean. I can't do nothing about that. I haven't been given the authority to stop any of that. Keep in mind, I'm only 25. A lot of times, the layers got to be pulled back when we come through here. It might seem like we're here for a long time, but they pull layers back a piece at a time. I might find out a different part of who I am tomorrow. Who knows? But for right now, I'm not cleared for these types of things. What I am clear to do is tell you who's cleared. You know what I mean? What I am clear to do is tell you what you can do and what you can know. And you do things with what you know. Does it make sense to you? Not saying don't learn, all right? But let me tell you something. All you people talking about the Teru, the Natharu, the overseers, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And even the same people trying to tear down Christians. They don't really know. All right? Remember, the movie is called Knowing. Know something. You feel me? Then you can be free. If you know better, you do better. If you know better, you can do better. A lot of people do know better. And they don't do better. You know what I mean? I don't get it. How people saying we got overseers and they still acting up? You mean to tell me you know mom and daddy don't watching us and you still finna take the cookies out the cookie jar? Yeah, we got the overseers and the Tharu, and you still acting up. And no, you don't know what you're talking about. Because if you really knew what you're talking about, you wouldn't be acting how you act. The same people that you gonna tell me people believe in. We got a world of people who believe in hell. And this is how they acting. You believe that if you do this act, you could go to hell. You want me to believe that you believe that you believe in God and everything, and you still doing it? You will still do it. It's because you don't know whether or not there's a hell. You know what I mean? If you really knew there was a hell, come on now. You'll be on here right here with me. I had to share the screen with you. You'll be right here. I'm like, how the fuck you get here? You be telling people the same thing I'm telling people. You feel what I'm saying? You be sharing the event. Be encouraged, all right? We're going to start fasting on Sundays and Wednesdays for sure. It's coming soon, possibly this month. Sundays and Wednesdays. I want to say Saturdays, mostly because people are going to use Saturday as, you know what I'm saying, they party day and all this stuff. And I really want to challenge people. You know what I mean? I really want to challenge people. But for sure, Sunday and Wednesday, every week. So instead of waiting on which fast is going to be, I'm working on putting together some calendars so that we can be doing things together on those days throughout the rest of this year, and then we'll probably renew it on the 1st, right? But start fasting regularly. I'm not saying every day, but regularly, okay? And you will start being lighter, all right? I don't know why they wanted to normalize. Yes, I do. I ain't gonna say too much, okay? But we don't really need to be heavy, okay? And I have to say really to be soft. We don't need to be heavy, okay? We need to be lighter. And fasting has done it for all of us who've been doing it. So shout out to people who promote it and put other people on it. And it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? I just showed you in real time. It's not always easy depending on what you got going on. But you pick up and you do it anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Even if you slip, okay, you come again. That's how you keep getting better. You make sense? I told you too, I said, look, if it ever come a time I don't make it through fast, I'm not gonna tell you I made it. I can't believe it. But the last time we did it, when we did that 9-day one, I think I made it to day 5. I might have cut during day 5. I said, if I come on this bitch and tell them right now that I just cut, these people I know people, they're gonna be like, okay, well, we should cut. So I let y'all finish it. And I even told you, I said, some of y'all made it. Somebody had to make it. You know what I mean? But some of y'all made it. It's been like that with me for most of the damn times. You know what I mean? I think it's been like 2 times. But most of the times, especially last year, all through last year, every time we did a fast, the 9 days, the 7 days, the 5 days, I did all that. And I made it when other people didn't make it. But one of us made it. You feel me? And that's how we think. So be encouraged. We'll be fasting on those days that'll be announced. On those days, like Sunday especially, I want y'all to reserve Sunday for like in the AMs, play the gospel. Like literally the gospel music. The uplifting gospel music. All right? If you're not into the Christianity build, I understand that. Whatever is your uplifting music, okay? Your holy or spiritual music or tones, it don't got to be lyrics. Play it, all right? I advise people play that uplifting Christianity music on them Sundays because it's already charged. Use what's already programmed. Charge it, you know what I'm saying? And let it be more charged. You feel me? Put more energy on something that already fucking works. Here come the woke people. You want people to be Abraham religion? They always say, I got to push back on that. Like, can y'all just move out of the way? You don't have to push back. I keep telling people, I told people who was on Clubhouse, I said, look, you pushing back on me to mean you in my way. How about you just walk with me? You don't got to push back. If you pushing on me, I'm going this way, you going that way. Walk around. You know what I mean? Like when I told people, I said, look, use January 1st to do a planetary orgasmic visualization or manifestation. I show people how to do it. Here come the woke community. That's a dead season. Nothing's gonna grow then. I'm like, bro. Then they said, well, I said, when does it grow? In March. Well, guess what? You gotta plant it first. you gotta plant the shit, and then it grows. Y'all niggas gonna plant in March, trying to figure out why your harvest showing up in September. Bro, just stop fighting me and look at what I'm doing. I'm showing people stuff. It's July 4th. Okay, look at all these people shooting guns, fireworks. They're doing something collectively. They don't know they're participating in a ritual. They don't know that. They don't know that the chaotic energy is high from 12 a.m. July 4th to 12 a.m. July 5th. The chaotic energy is off the charts. Okay? People don't know there's guns being blown, bullets flying everywhere. They're in a state of war. It sounds like war. That's what the fireworks is for if you didn't know that. They're trying to reenact the environment of war, and we run to participate in it for whatever reason. Whatever the reason is. People say, oh, it's July 4th? What does want to do? It's like robots. They just do this. Fireworks. I mean, what the fuck do you think doing? Fireworks. Why? That's what they said do. That's what they said do. They did. And then let you try to tell them what's going on. They get mad at you. You know you don't have to do that. No, I have to. I must. Who else is going to do it? Literally everybody else who I'm not talking to right now. I have to do my part. Stand back. Pow, pow, pow. And you just look at it. You just look at it. I don't get it. Bring the children outside. Ooh. Pow, 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 pow. And I'm looking at the other ashes people. I'm looking at the other people like, this is what we gotta. This is the thing. These people, are we on the right? We on the right. Pow, 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 pow. I have to do my part. Damn, bro. So we can't do stuff collectively. We do stuff collectively, they gonna call us a cult. This ain't cultish. This ain't cultish. Motherfuckers is blowing shit up because it's July 4th. That's why. Independence Day. Today is Independence Day. No, it's not. How is today Independence Day? There's only been one Independence Day. So that's an illusion, bro. It's Thanksgiving Day. Bro, that Thanksgiving Day was 500 years ago. Y'all still saying it's that same day? It's the same exact. It's not. That's cultish. You know what I mean? They said what Dr. York was doing, he had everybody working together. They called him a cult. They said we were in a cult. All right. Well, everybody's in a cult, bro. This shit crazy. They'll read off to you what qualifies something as a cult. And then it's like, that's religion. They're like, no, that's Dr. York. No, that nigga, that's religion, bro. What are you talking about? There's America, there's all of that. We won't do that. We won't celebrate. Niggas gotta go back to work tomorrow. Is Julio alive? I ain't talked to him. I don't know. Are there really people claiming to know that? I wouldn't know. I just wouldn't be able to know. They did the same shit with Bobby Hemmett. They were like, Bobby Hemmett was dead. And like, Bobby Hemmett came back. They're like, listen, I don't got time. I don't know. I don't know. Bobby Hemmett could be driving past my house right now. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry myself. He could be alive. He could be coming back to life. He could be Jesus. Listen, I won't know until I know. I'm just showing you the codes. I don't be talking about the people. I might got to get a t-shirt made. This ain't about the people. 19 Keys was not about 19 Keys. I do not know him. The Beyonce exposed was not about Beyonce. I do not know Beyonce. You know what I mean? 21 Savage, I do not know 21 Savage. He was there on the land with me when we were children, but that don't mean I know him. You know what I mean? This is about the codes. You feel me? It's for you to be able to. I don't know if he's alive, bro. The name of the live is dead or alive. That's a question. I don't know. I'm asking you. You can't be asking me dead or alive. I'm asking you. You don't know? I don't know either. Oh, you thought I came on here to teach? I came on here to ask y'all what was happening. You asking me what I named it. You gotta tell me. Is Julio's spirit within the world? Cat Williams posted you. Get out of here. Stop playing. Cat Williams, who I wrote about in my book and said he was bringing everybody around to the truth. I know you screenshotted it and sent it to me. Which one he posted? He posted that, what do you call it? The Puff Daddy one I did? The P. Diddy one? The Bad Boys Breakdown? Nigga, I'm dead ass serious. Nigga, who the fuck are you talking to? Who the fuck you think you talking to, Mike? The hell? Nigga got beside themselves. Nigga, I'm dead ass serious. Nigga, I'm dead ass serious. Yeah, just send it to me. The nigga just squared up. The fuck? Hold on. Hell? Said that shit with a straight face. Nigga, I'm dead ass serious. Oh shit, cat will, okay. Whoa, Tyrone. Don't pull out the 9. I said, it's gonna be. Yeah, I screenshot it though. Because sometimes they get hit like they take that down now. Shaq posted some shit. What do you call it? What's the nigga name? The basketball player. Kyrie Irving posted some shit. Now we got a cat. That's probably gonna blow up while we on live. Ellen DeGeneres gonna hit me tomorrow. I wanted to talk to you. I didn't want to talk to you. Glad we had this talk. Ain't nobody hit me. No jumper didn't want to put me on. I'm like, damn. No jumper be grabbing niggas out of nowhere. You ain't seen me? Like, damn, nobody want to talk to me. That was up though. Appreciate it, Mike. What else y'all got? What you drinking? Water. You don't see that water? You don't see this? This is water. Oh shit, lights turning it off and shit. That means the food ready. They're afraid of me. They're afraid of truth. That's what people are afraid of, yo. The truth. Nah, bro, sipping. I'm sipping water. I'm not finna. Why the fuck am I explaining to niggas water? These are your questions? Do you think I'm drunk right now? I don't understand it. Why? Is it because of the truth that I speak? Every time I'm speaking, they ask me, yo, what you want? You hot? I'm like, damn.
The water came from the sink. What the fuck?
The water came from the sink?
You didn't see that coming?
Huh? I'm like, what? Somebody said the water came from the sink? I didn't understand what you were doing. I'm like, look, if you say that the water came from the sink on live, do you know that I'm going to have to respond to the vegans tomorrow at 9 a.m.? I'm like, I don't understand. She thinks she helping. I get where you at now. I didn't know where we were going with this. I'm like, damn, this is going to be a whole press cover. We just had Cat Williams and tap water. Tomorrow we'll be busy. Phase 1 and tap water?
No, it's not tap water.
I know that.
I'm letting the people know.
She's letting y'all know it's not. Phase 1 tap water? And we listen to this guy? That's the type of damage control you do. You gotta really be careful with this shit. I don't give a damn about drinking tap water. I don't care about that type of shit, bro. Motherfuckers like, bro, you can't, but you're Faise. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean, bro? Yeah. I don't give a damn. But hey, that was motherfuckers caring about. Y'all remember when I used to eat meat? I got crucified every Saturday. I'm not listening to you. You still eat chicken. Okay, walk off the bridge. Walk off it. Walk off it. Yeah. Yeah. Told you. I told you it was a told you, nigga. YouTube. It's called The Egg. Have you seen it? What it's about? That sounds suspicious. The Egg. I stopped going to go look at what motherfuckers told me to look at since I was in 6th grade. And they're like, yo, you ever seen that 2 girls? I'm like, what is that? When they looked it up, destroyed my childhood. Motherfuckers didn't tell me what I was going to go see. I didn't even know you could put the shit on there. What the fuck? I stopped looking that shit up. Motherfuckers suck. You supposed to know, all y'all motherfuckers got hit with that same shit. Did nobody tell you, hey, it's gonna be this? You wouldn't have went to go see that shit. I'm like, what does this shit sound interesting? What does that mean? They trying to fit in a cup? I'm a child. So I stopped looking up stuff. I stopped looking up stuff. Shit broke my heart. I'm like, bro, why would you do this to me? You're supposed to be a friend of mine. Everybody was laughing and stuff. People kept mentioning, yeah, internet was different. They knew what they were doing. That's why they wanted to get to all the children. You answered our question, we order in the Holy Tablet. That's what's up. Wow, hey man. Hey. Hey. I went into that type of stuff. Let's get Omari to look at it. Yeah, that's what he did. I was disappointed. Bro, the children around me, the children were already perverted growing up around me. I was literally green, a green light being. I wasn't on that type of stuff. I'm doing this. They over here. In 3rd grade, I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? And they were looking at me like I was weird for not trying to be grown in the 3rd grade. Shit, and a lot of them turned out crazy. It turned out all right. All right, y'all. We can always come back on here. Yeah, Grandma was right. Grandma was right about a lot of them, little girls and little boys. And she ain't want you around. They were right. Because they've been around to be able to see. Yeah, we can always come back on here. Here's what I tell y'all to do. DM me if you got a topic. And we come back on here. I don't know if we come back on here tomorrow. Maybe we will. You know what I mean? Because obviously my voice is working enough to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I can still get on here and talk. And I got my water, you know what I mean, my teas. We able to break stuff down. Have a beautiful shot. You feel the shot? I'll show. Yeah, any questions about books? If y'all haven't gotten y'all books, DM Mrs. Faise. She's over that. Literally, she makes sure you get your books. Mrs. Faise. You can't miss it. All right? I love y'all. I'm about to find me a movie to watch. About to eat. About to act like an old person and cuss at the fireworks. Sit on the porch. You know what I mean? Well, I do. So make sure y'all have y'all questions when next time we get on here, okay? I'll be speaking on something, building on something. I think, wouldn't that be interesting though? That if the Cat Williams posted phase 1, because I just wrote about him in my book. Wouldn't that be interesting? I think I wrote about him in how did he die? And what was it? The nothing versus everything? That'll be interesting, ain't it? Islam, boy. Yeah, come up with y'all questions. So when next time we get on here, y'all ain't freestyling, I'm not freestyling. You know what I mean? We can really answer, get down to the nitty gritty. And again, think about what you really want to know. All right? Really think about it. Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to answer and make sense of those things. Other than that, Malachi, everything he brought, he can break that shit down. You know what I mean? We moving so fast now, you gotta catch up. You gotta catch up. Could pop on another one. I'm on another one. We on another thing right now. This is like, that crackdown time. This is the hour. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even just the hour, by the way. This is the end of the hour. You know what I'm saying? You're in the end of the hour. So keep that in mind when you asking things. I'm the person you ask which direction, and I point. I'm the person you ask personal things. Okay? Don't gotta be personal. Okay? But like things you're really going through, working on figuring out in real time. People ask me for wisdom. I was in 8th grade, people were coming to me for relationship advice, and I was single. You know what I mean? And it worked. They would be better off. You feel me? I have wisdom. So you come to me for that. Other than that, listen, we can get into all them bills and all that. But there's another thing going on right now where all we have room for, literally, all we have room for is Sirat al-Mustaqim, the truth, the straight and narrow. That's all we have room for. You get what I'm saying? And the more I was doing the vocal fast, the more I realized that. I could have addressed stuff, but it wasn't even worth it. That's what I had to learn. That's why they got me saving my voice. Some people might have thought it was negative. Some people might have thought it was positive. Here's what I know. I had to learn this. I had to go through that stage, especially during this. Because this don't cut off for another 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So this, you going to have to endure. And by the time November get here, you should have grasped it by then. You feel me? All right. Read the books if you got the books. If not, you see where you can get the books at. Right there at the bottom. Play for Change, Cash App. Get the books. 14 books right now. Actually, it'll be 15 books. Okay, because I'll be sending all the books out on the 14th. All right? And there's a 15th one called Relax that's on the way. I'm wrapping that one up right now. Okay? But do you know you can send $1 and get 15? I just want to put that out there. You can send $1 and get 15 books. You can send 1,000 and get 15 books. Depending on whatever you want to support me. Cash App lowest is $1. Okay, I think that's the lowest it lets you send. I don't know if they amended that, but you'll still get the books just for saying, hey, we see you, salute, boom. Exchange of currency, literally energy, and then we go out like that. And I'm not just teaching stuff. Hey guys, guess what? There's a third eye. Come on now. You know how many people did that though? You know how many people just made like spiritual books and everybody saying the same shit and profited off this shit? Oh, you gotta raise your frequency, raise your vibration. You know what I mean? Activate your third eye. You know, some of these books I open up and the first few words I close it. I'm so for real. It's like you people gaming people. All right, but it might be because we sped up. How many people hear people talking now? It's like you ain't even saying what you thought the people was on that, but they're not even on it. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm real spiritual. They like these people are not really that because you sped up. So these books ain't just no. I'm saying, hey y'all, we got third eyes and shit, and we was kings and shit. That ain't what this is. I'm keeping you up on guard about what's going on, and we doing things together. You know what I mean? Remember, we don't call ourselves nothing. You know what I mean? If you want this walk, you're not in no cult. You ain't signed for no membership. It's all one. You are alone, but you're not by yourself. You want to know what's so interesting? One more thing. When I grew up, the affirmation was, I am never alone. Right? That was from Dr. York. When I started to write my books, I said I am alone because I'm all one. I said, but I'm not by myself. Guess what, y'all? The amendment to the affirmation is it no longer says, I'm never alone. It now says, I'm not by myself. Do you get what I'm saying? The word shift in the language has changed from alone to by myself. And I even explained to y'all what that means. I say you're literally not by yourself, as in beside yourself. If you were to move here and move here, nobody's there. You got brothers and sisters walking next to you. You're all one alone. You get what I'm saying? I don't go against prophet teachers. We align. Everything I be saying, if you ever go to meet the people that is around in the community, in the tribe, in the nation, right? Because really he ain't been using the word tribe and stuff like that, if you really know. He's speaking about the family. You know what I mean? They will tell you, damn, this nigga Faise, he be talking, and he be saying what Pop's saying, and I ain't got the updates. I'm not a part of that. All I know is I'm walking. I don't listen to none of these people. I don't know them. All I know is I came here with this mission. I'm a soldier. I'm about to do what I'm having to do, and it's gonna get done. I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? For people to understand it and people to be able to see it. The sister Tamara was right. She's like, a lot of young people are getting together. Yeah, they needed that the same way I needed it. I needed to be able to be held accountable and have examples in my life, and I did. So it's okay that they can look up to me. I look up to people. I look up to Dr. Malachi York. I look up to my mother. I look up to my mother. I look up to my father. I still look up to the people because literally they've been walking the path before I got there up that mountain. You feel me? So looking up ain't a negative thing. You still walking the straight path, but you're looking up because it's a mountain. And this person is walking in front of you saying, come this way. All right? If you say you're looking up to somebody, but in all actuality, you're looking down into motherfucker, he going down into the damn woods, then that's a problem. He's misleading you. But there's nothing wrong with leadership, Jabril. People do need leaders. All right? In certain ways, people need to be led. Okay? To make sure they're not being misled. All right? I love y'all. Peace to the land. It's truly wonderful. The federal shot. We'll come on here later. Peace. I'm hungry, goddamn it. I ain't something to eat. I see y'all. I'm starving. Show on the 14th. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Be encouraged. Why doing me? I love you. Everybody be encouraged. Don't stop now. You came this far. Don't stop now. Peace.